Okay, I think this is the beginning of the tear out. This shed is an absolute mess. Not sure how this is all going to go. Got there's three sides of the shed that are fine, pretty much. Leak here or there, but they're otherwise solid. But this whole wall here is bending outwards. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I need a lot of lumber to shore that up. It's just the top beam is all rotten. So I don't know if I'm going to get very far with this. But I'm not even sure where to start here. Huh. I think at least where I'm going to start is I'm going to push some of the tires off the floor, get this floor jacked up again with some posts so that it's not going to cave further. And then maybe I can extend the floor back over to that side and get that one up again. I think overall this is going to require a lot more lumber than I have, lumber and resources. This is all just rotten here. I need to shore that up and get the roofing back on top of it. I don't know how I'm going to do that. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to take my Sawzall and take out some of the flooring that's already fallen down there, and just kind of clear the interior out a little bit. Like I say, the rest of it is fairly decent. It's just this wall that is completely wrecked. I think really this whole wall has to come out. I just don't have the resources right now to take that out and prop up the roof. That's the problem. It's all rotten. This whole roof needs to come down here and rebuilt, basically. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. Oh, this is a project. Dusty there. This is a project and a half. Got 3/4 of a shed here. What do I do? Is it easier to rebuild at this point? I don't know. Do I just put it off till next year? A lot of this wood here is rotten. I mean, I can tie some stuff in. I really got to chop this wall right out. Take this whole wall out, because it's just totally, it's bowed, it's fallen out that way. I'm not sure how long it'll last for. I don't even know if I have the tools that are going to be able to cut through it while shoring it up at the same time and make sure it doesn't collapse further. This whole, like I say, this whole wall needs to come out. Can't decide. Oh well, I'll get to something here. Okay guys, I'm getting serious now. I decided to go nuts and get the chainsaw out here. I'm going to try and maybe save some of the floorboards up here. But these beams I'm going to take out. I'm going to chainsaw some of this off and just drop it. Drop some of that flooring maybe up to here or something. And just drop it out of the way, take the weight off. Nothing I can do about those beams. They're broken 3/4 of the way. They're all not just broken, they're all rotten. So I'll probably cut the ends off so I can reuse them, but otherwise, I mean, I'm not going to try and jack them back up. There's just too much junk. I need to clear all the junk out of here first. So I'm going to get the chainsaw going, cut some of these things down, and yeah, take all this load off. I'll have a little bit of a floor up here, a couple of boards, because that's intact. Get some of the weight off it, and then I'll clear this area out. This over here, this side of the barn is fairly dry, so it's doing okay so far. It's all kind of crooked and everything, but it's not falling apart. I got to completely tear this stuff out, get all this load off the floor here, get these beams out of here, and so they're not. This is the last beam. You know, if this beam goes, which is not pretty precarious as it is, if that beam goes, I lose it all. So I'm gonna get the chainsaw out. It's end of season, so I don't care if the blade cuts through hits a nail or two. I got other old chains I can use as well. So I'm gonna go and just tear this out. Then I'll have to get some friends over to help me kind of lug it out, lug all the pieces out. But I'm gonna get to it here, and I'm gonna get a little crazy. So maybe we'll start upstairs. Now there's all kinds of junk on the floor here. But anyways, there's the beam. I'm just going to go straight up here. Cut up to about here. And this is another thing. I got to drop this thing down. Done. That takes some weight off. Gotta get all the weight off the floor here. Drop all this. And drop that floor over there. Pull it out. It's all erect. I'm going to have to cut off the bad ends. Maybe I can reuse some of it once it dries, but right now it's horrible. So I'm going to gotta cut out the bad stuff before you can do anything with it at all. Should be interesting. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the bottom and actually cut out the... Should I do that? I'm going to cut out the beams first downstairs. Drop the beams, and then I can cut the then I can cut the boards on top. So let's get that going here. Switch down over here. And, see what I'm doing. dirty task. That part's done. I should probably be wearing a mask. That's a bunch of it torn out. And I need to drag all those pieces out and continue cutting. So the floor line up there I need to cut. Now I need to cut out. Show you around the back here. Get out of that yucky dust for a while. It's all raccoon poop. If I can get through here. You can see that bowl in the wall there. I think you can see that. That's exactly what I got to cut that whole thing out. That is the trouble right now. Probably not the best view of it, but all that side is just bowing right out. So I gotta cut it out. It's just all rotten. So if I'm gonna save this shed, and most of it's good. Like this side is nice and dry. Roof is good on it. The only thing I don't want to do is if I pull that wall out. Oh, I should be wearing a mask. Whew. If I pull that wall out, where's the roof going to go? That's my problem. Maybe what I'll do is if I can stand on top of all the stuff I just dropped. Maybe what I'll do is I can spend some money, get some a beam to span that. Because I don't want that roof to fall in. That roof is going to fall in if I don't get some kind of beam up there. I don't want that to happen because this is still a good side. This is a good roof over up on this side. If I've got no structure underneath this side, it's going to pull the whole roof in. I definitely do not want that. Probably what I need to do is drop a beam right from there, right there down to the ground. Maybe a couple of 16-foot 2x4s. Just maybe temporarily to jack that roof up. And if I had that there, then I could start putting the roofing on it. See all the roofing up there? I need to pull all those boards off. It's all rotten. I can probably make use of some of the stringers there. Cut them off at the rotten end and just attach some more 2x4s to them to extend them. I think I'm going to need some jacks right there to jack it up for the immediate. But I think, yeah, the biggest thing is I need to get all this junk out of here. I need to clear all this space so that I can actually make use of this shed. I don't necessarily need this wall in here this year. If I cut it right here, could cut down right there, chainsaw straight all the way through that junk, pull that whole wall out. And as long as I've got support for the roof, if I've got, once we clear this out, I can put, some maybe 4x4s I can get, or a couple of 16-foot 2x4s, screw them together. That would be enough to just hold that up temporarily. Don't know how else I would hold that up temporarily. Got nothing else that can span that. So I think what I'm going to do now is, I might go chainsaw that beam there, get the rest of that floor to drop. Got some old horse stuff, what do you call it? Horse tackle? Horse tackle over there. I see some leather. It's in between the two boards there. Bunch of leather under there. So if I can get over there and maybe chainsaw that and just drop that, that's going to be tricky. But I got so much stuff in here, but I just got to, being one person, I just got to do it. I got to do what I can here. I can't do it all at once. So I'll just drop what I can. And hopefully the beams that I cut, hopefully these boards will hang in there. Once I have it cleared out, then I can take a shovel and I can shovel all there's a whole bunch of raccoon poop and boards and everything. I can shovel that all down here. and get that out of the way. Then if I can get some friends over and clear that out, and then I can reuse these. Like these ends of the beams are fine. That one there, I just dropped down. I didn't even cut the end off yet. I can still reuse some of that. It's just not full length beams. But I really need to get this. I need to get this wall installed first. Torn out first. So yeah, all right. I've been standing around looking at it, staring at it for a while. I will see if I can get over there. The chainsaw. I would use a Sawzall anyways for demolition, right? Chainsaws work awesome. Tore all that out. That's quick. If I can get a couple of friends in here to help pull this out, that shouldn't be too long at all to clear this out. All the wood in one pile, all the metal in another pile, all the tires in another pile. There's a lot of cool artifacts, old vintage stuff in here that I want to keep. And I'll probably push that to the side. And just clear it. If I can clear this space out, then I can rebuild this wall. I don't know how, but I don't really have the money. But you know what? Finding the money to rebuild the wall is going to be cheaper than rebuilding this whole shed. Anyways. So it's in my best interest to do what I can to rebuild it and fix it now while I can before it completely falls down. It's the wind just picks up the metal sheeting from the top here and just tears it. And so there's a lot of metal sheeting there that's just torn off the top. So I'm going to take the chainsaw. I'm going to take out this stuff here, the stuff that's just hanging. Drop that so it's not weighing on everything. And then I'll be able to see the wall. And like I say, I'm going to need to get 16-foot 2x4s and just stand up each of these so that the roof doesn't cave in. Get them to a point where I can then work on them. I don't have to build some kind of a scaffolding in here. But so far it's going good. You know, I'm liking the progress so far. This is just one person with a chainsaw. Of course, the tear out's easy, so. Anyways. Just checking that this is not on time lapse. I would have been talking for nothing. Alright, I'm going to get the chainsaw going. There's a couple tires in there I need to take care of. Well, two tires. I haven't even explored this whole thing yet. Alright, chainsaw, take care of that. And we'll see where we're at. Well guys, I think that's going to be it for today. I can't do a lot else. Might pull some of the junk out, but I think I'm going to save that for when I have some friends over. Clear it out, and maybe I can get some 2x4s while I'm at it. I don't think I can do anything less than 16-foot 2x4s to really prop up the roof there, unless I build a floor first. But I don't want to build a floor with beams underneath it permanently because I want to jack this shed up and get it out of the mud, because it's sitting in the mud, and that's half the reason why the bottom's rotting out on it. And I want to get the roof on it first to prevent rotting from the top, and then I'll try and jack it up from the corners. We did that with the other chicken shed. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be a little bit out of the ground, so it's not falling into the ground, and try and get some footings in there. But yeah, there's just a load of stuff here, so I gotta get that torn out. So I'll leave it at that, and that'll be for another video, and you can watch the progress of the secondary shed. Now I think my dream for this building, since it does have an upstairs with a proper, doorway, entrance, and stairway down and stuff, I would love to be able to clean this out and make this into a wood shop. If I get a nice new floor up here, this would be a sweet, sweet place for a wood shop. Nice window over there. And downstairs could just be a general tool room. Upstairs could be all my wood shop stuff, and I could build stuff. Put my planer up here, the planer that I don't have yet. Table saw, could put various things up here. It'd be pretty neat. Those are the dreams for now. Wood shop. They used to have chickens, actually. The guy used to have chickens. You can see the chicken wire up there. Chickens used to live up here, and that's why. That's part of the reason why there's some bedding, some kind of rotten bedding, and there's the poop is from the raccoons. But I'm excited to make use of this again and jack it up and have a second level. Should be a really useful shed. If I can get a decent roof on it, it'd be really useful, really handy. Nice to have a nice dry shed and tool room below. And then we dedicate the other shed to livestock, which it's already dedicated for that and promised for that. So that's what I'll be doing, and keep you abreast of the latest news and information. And probably, like I said, the next video for this shed is probably going to be carrying out all the extra stuff in the bottom there, putting it into piles with a couple of friends, and then that'll make way for starting to put the roof on there. So next Saturday is supposed to be a warm day, so if I can get some help then, it shouldn't take too long at all to clear this out, actually. With two guys pulling out the wood and all the garbage, it's a couple of, I don't know, maybe an hour. Take all that out, it shouldn't take long at all. All the cutting's done. And then I can really get at it and see what I got there and figure out how I'm going to fix it. So I'll sign off for now. Stay tuned for the next video in the fixing up of the old vintage rotten shed series.